Hi, my name is Kevin Smith. I have multiple sclerosis. I was diagnosed almost 10 years ago. I was out hanging with some friends, drinking, partying, all that good college stuff. And I got home around midnight and I had to be able to work at 4 o'clock in the morning. When I woke up, this eye was turned that direction, and I panicked. I called my dad. My dad said that it was because I was tired and needed more sleep. It didn't really sound logical to me, but I went back to sleep, and I woke up at 10 o'clock and nothing changed. I still had the eyes of a lizard. So I went to my doctor, and my doctor was like, yeah, we can't touch you. You're going to have to go to the emergency room. So I drove to the emergency room, and the emergency room said that I have multiple sclerosis or I have a brain tumor. Neither one of those you really want to hear, but I had no idea what MS was. No idea whatsoever. So I got a spinal tap and I got an MRI. The spinal tap came back negative, but the MRI, my brain was lit up like Christmas tree. I had spots all over. Then the doctor came in and he gave me a couple pamphlets on information on multiple sclerosis. When I flipped through the pages, I just hear tears streaming down. It was disheartening to see the future that I was entailed for. It was sad seeing wheelchair, disability, handicap. Well, none of that I had ever envisioned for myself, but I started taking this medication, and this medication I would be sick, laying on the floor, shivering cold in the middle of the summer, in Texas that is. It's awful. I was sick with like the flu every day. That went on for almost 2.5 years, almost 3. And then probably about the lowest point whenever I started to need the wheelchair for assistance at work and at the MS walks. My little brother, he came down from Oklahoma, and he came to my doctor's appointment with me, and I was sitting on the side of my doctor. My brother was sitting behind the doctor, and my brother watched him get on Bing.com. When we left, my brother told me what he saw, and at that point I was like, yeah, all right, we'll do it your way now, because what else do I have to lose? My doctor obviously doesn't know what he's doing. So I went home and I got rid of all the medication, and I got my first gym membership, and I had no idea what I was doing. None whatsoever. I've never worked out in my life. I got on a stationary bike and I'd watch these people work out, and I eventually got to the point where I realized that whenever I worked on the stationary bike, that the pain in my legs after I got done, it would be gone for days. So it became like my recharging of the battery. My legs started to hurt. I would get on a stationary bike and I would start pedaling on the resistance, and it would fix me. At that point, I knew I was onto something. So then I started studying nutrition, more about what we eat and what we put into our bodies, and I corrected my diet, and at that point, all MS symptoms really disappeared. I wasn't as sick. I started doing motivational speaking and going to colleges and talking to the students about never giving up in life, and I also started helping people from Texas all the way to India, Egypt, Australia, and going back to the sick kid in the emergency room that thought his life was over. It's the exact opposite. My life has improved. MS, it can be seen as a negative, but I saw a negative and I made it a positive. I've done so many great things in my life that I would have never done before because of MS. Your life, it can change in a day. Don't ever think that just because something bad like MS happens to you that your life is over. I just went to my neurologist and I had an MRI done, and it showed no active MS. All the previous damage is still there. I don't think that's fixable, but there's nothing active. There's no MS destroying more shit in my head. I'm good. Anyway, if you'd like to know more about what I've done or more information on my diet and workouts and all that good jazz, you can find me on Facebook. You can message me on YouTube, or you can Google Kevin Smith multiple sclerosis and you'll get everything about me.